I just wanna jump, 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 and we be going up.
On the show today, Jimmy Jackson on Iwi is back with a special on Tainui.
Perth-based chef Emma Galloway talks about her recipes for success.
And B-boy action in the house, or Tautahi style.
Everybody come around, so car, you down with me?
E ngā tini, e ngā mano, no mai whakatau mai ki te whare o Tūkaha. How's it?
Atamaria, everyone. Now, straight into some movie news because I am very excited. Taika Waititi is in negotiations to direct the third Thor movie.
Stop it.
I know, right? Now, the first two films in the Marvel, what do you call it? Trilogy? Franchise, starring Chris Hemsworth. Pause for how amazing Chris Hemsworth is.
She like a Thor.
Yeah, well, they were pretty huge, and so I'm pretty excited to see what Taika would bring to the third instalment, entitled Ragnarok.
Power play right there from the cars. Speaking of which, Kiwi League veterans Adam Blair and Isaac Luke are going to lead our mighty Kiwis over to the UK when they tour in October and November. Other notable Māori players in the squad include Sean Kenidale, Peta Hiku, Dean Whare, Curtis Rona. It's stacked. She's a mean team.
In other sporting news, the women's Black Sticks took on Argentina last night in a series-deciding game. Unfortunately, they lost, tying the series 2-2. Well done, guys. I mean, a draw is better than a loss.
I heard it was a capacity venue as well.
Awesome.
So whole lot of healthy people right there. And staying on the Hauora tip, but more on the kai side of things, this next wahine from Whaingaroa has made a name for herself, creating healthy kai options for the whānau.
This is where the internet is an amazing thing. Emma Galloway is simply blogging about what she's doing in her kitchen with food, and all of a sudden, she has a worldwide following and a book deal.
Kia ora, my name is Emma Galloway. I'm a former chef, author and photographer of the food blog My Darling Lemon Time and the cookbook as well. My Darling Lemon Time is a food blog that I started just over 5 years ago when we were still in New Zealand. We got allergy tested and it came back that me and my daughter are gluten intolerant and slightly lactose intolerant as well. All of the recipes in both my book and my blog are all 100% gluten-free. Heaps of them are dairy-free as well. I grew up in Raglan. We've been living in Perth nearly 5 years now. The States is my main readership, followed by Australia and then New Zealand, and the UK's somewhere in there as well. I'm in contact with people all over the world on a daily basis, especially since Instagram came into play as well. It's made the world feel very small, being online. It's quite overwhelming because often when I'm writing a blog post, I'm kind of just writing it for myself, if you know what I mean, almost like a diary entry and not really thinking that thousands of people all over the world are reading it. Today I'm going to cook my buckwheat banana berry pancakes from my cookbook. This is a pretty straightforward pancake mix. The only thing that you'll probably notice is that when you're cooking gluten-free, you're using multiple flours instead of just the one usual one. So brown rice flour is my main flour that I use, and then buckwheat flour, which is a whole grain, really high in protein and lots of trace minerals, so it adds the goodness to the pancakes. Baking powder. So this recipe is in my first book, My Darling Lemon Time. I've got a copy kindly donated by HarperCollins, my publisher, to give away to one lucky viewer. And I tend to whisk up my flours just to combine them really well. When you're using multiple flours, it's always a good idea. Eggs. As you can see, I've cracked a few eggs in my time. I'm using almond milk today, homemade, but you can use any milk you like. Rice milk also works really well. Give that all a whisk. I tend to always put a little pinch of salt in all my sweet things. I'm using olive oil, but you can use melted butter or melted ghee if you like, or any other oil of your choice. And it's just a matter of combining the two. I tend to add a little bit at the start while you're whisking. Try not to get a lumpy batter. Right, ready to cook. So the pancakes are all done now, and my little monkeys Ada and Kai have come to put the toppings on and demolish them, no doubt. Thanks for coming and seeing us in Perth, Tūkaha. You can find the recipe for this in my cookbook, My Darling Lemon Time, or you can find heaps more recipes on my blog of the same name, or look me up on Instagram where I share my day-to-day food. See ya!
All that food looked so delicious. So, yeah, what an amazing success story. Going through a scary time with your whānau having allergies, finding a solution, and then building a business on it.
Ai he kōrero whakamahana I te ngākau heartwarming stuff. Do you know her book even got a review on Oprah?
Stop
Oprah.
it.
Yeah, and if you want to stay on top of her recipes and updates, because she has just finished writing her second book, which is going to be released next year, April 1st, you heard her, go to her blog site, www.mydarlinglemontime.com, and
Emma has given us a signed copy to give away to one lucky viewer. All you got to do to win that, My Darling Lemon Time, is go to our Facebook page and tell us, what do you love to cook for your darling?
And while we're on the topic of food, healthy food has become a lot more popular in recent years, which is a good thing. But if we're being honest,
If being honest.
what is your favourite food? Kai kino, kai pai rana. What was that? Play the clip. Okay, we've got to have technical issues, but yeah, it's the Pātai o Te Wiki coming up. Kai kino, kai pai rane.
Yes.
It's going to be fast food.
Fast food, but good food. Like sushi and stuff, yeah.
Good food, I'm vegan, easy.
Fast food, because it's cheaper. Sadly. I wish it wasn't.
Probably fast food, yeah.
Yeah, sucker.
No, pretty good, yeah. Trying to get lots of green veggies.
Fast food. It's more convenient.
Bit of both, and just keep it balanced.
Haven't got my hands down.
Pie.
Fast food.
Vegetarian says crap all fast food.
Unhealthy. That's normal for me.
Probably fast food, yeah, I gotta say, yeah.
Good food, definitely. I'm a big advocate for eating healthy, so yeah, definitely enjoy looking after myself.
Good food. Definitely good food. Yeah, because good food is good for body, keep me healthy, I can do my sports, I can spend more time with my girl as well, you know what I mean?
Or if I'm being honest, junk food, good food. My favourite would probably be sushi, cheese, bread, anything in large quantities that I don't have to measure out, being I'm on my nutritious flight diet at the moment.
You're on a fight diet.
I love that we're talking about food though, it's great, I love it, it's fantastic.
Yeah, I'll eat anything, but to be honest, at the moment, I'm really digging the humble tuna salad, which is cheap, it's tasty, and it's healthy, and I feel real good after eating it as opposed to the old hinu hangover you get from eating certain kai, which I still do on the rig. But jump on our Pukamata page, tell us what your favourite kai is, and you could win a double pass of the movies thanks to Hoyts.
And after the break, we are catching up with Jimmy Jackson on iwi, exploring Tainui, and stick around because we will be giving away the mighty purse to one lucky winner later on in our show.
And a bit of pop locking and breaking. We've got some live b-boy action. Kiro whare, nō reira hoki tere mai.
Kai, you down with me? down with me.
Kia ora no tātou, welcome back to the Tukaha Whare. Joining us in studio right now, we have some special guests, Jason Nichols, aka J-Rock, and some of his B-Boy pals. Kia ora, cuz.
Hey, thanks so much for being with us today. Now, you have an event to promote next week. Let's get straight to it. It's next week, next Saturday in Henderson. Tell us about what it is.
Boogie Kids Supremacy. Basically, got a whole generation of a whole heap of old school b-boys from way back in the day, all kinds of dances to do with hip-hop, young and old, all getting together and just to jam, have fun, old school, dance.
Awesome.
Mean cuz, and what prompted this event? How did it come about?
There's a lot of reasons, but one main one was I still like to dance. I know an old man. What up, what up? I met these young kids on the street. They want to do some battles. They want to do something. In Christchurch, we got the mat. So, cut long story short, I said, yo, I know some dudes in Auckland. So I'll get Auckland popping community. Yep. These dudes are going to dance. Actually, they're just over here.
We're going to taste of it right now. Let's check it out. Let's go, boys. Almost hit the kitchen bench there. That's amazing. So, like, I'm a bit of a noob at this kind of stuff, but like that sort of popping styles. What would you name that? What would you call that kind of style of dance?
Well, as you can see, it's all style. They just going here, there, and everywhere. A bit of pop, back flip. It's just doing everything, all style. So generally.
Cool. And were there any other styles of dance that we hope to see at the event?
I deep down love breaking. I love breaking. The old school get down, spinning around. Yeah. That's it. And we got a young man with skills to burn.
Well,
Bboy Savage.
Prepared for something earlier. Look at that. Look at that.
Easy. That is 16-year-old B-Boy Savage right there displaying his skills. So, if you're going to be in Henderson, Auckland next Saturday, the 17th of October, and you want to check out some live B-Boy, B-Girl action similar to what you just saw, make sure you head along to Boogie Kids Supremacy Aotearoa. Details are on their FB event page.
Now, Jimmy Jackson has been missioning all around Aotearoa, learning more about iwi. Well, he is back. He has got himself out of Tamaki Makaurau. He is in the Waikato. This is Jimmy Jackson on Tainui.
Jackson.
Hey, kia ora, tēnā koutou katoa, my homies. Jimmy Jackson on iwi, round 3, you know what it is. So, after you've left Auckland and you go over the Bombay Hills, that is when you have entered the Waikato.
Nah, bro, it's Tainui territory.
Hey, Tainui's a waka, not an iwi.
We're listening to Radio Tainui right now. Why don't we go and ask him? Bet you get bummed out.
Well, we will go right now and watch him tell you that it's a waka, not an iwi. Tainui, here we come.
Kia ora, my bro.
Cheer, my bro. Ooh, oh, give me a hug, cousin. Patara.
Yes.
Patiro.
No, but your breath smells like patero, my bro, but patero, my man.
Tell me, is Tainui a waka or a iwi?
So Tainui is the waka, but we call all of our tribes under the waka Tainui. So Waikato's one, Maniapoto, Raukawa, and Hauraki. Of course, Waikato is the name of the river, and a prophetic saying that we say, or whakatauki, is Waikato taniwharau, he piko he taniwha, he piko he taniwha.
Is there a story?
Yes.
Like someone's been passed down of someone seeing a taniwha?
Kuia and Karawa used to actually jump on the log, or it used to look like a log, and it used to carry them upstream. And that's how you know it's a taniwha, when something's going upstream. Selfies with some taniwhas, my
Oh, ta-ta! So why was the kingitanga started, bro?
With the mountain Pākehā that were coming in the early 1800s and even earlier than that, we saw them as a direct threat to take our lands. So a few of our tupuna, they went over to England and they checked out the place and they saw how kingitanga or the kingship or the Queen Victoria and how that worked for them, and decided that would be a good idea to unite all the tribes of Māoridom under the banner of kingitanga. And that's what we're pretty much known for. As the caretakers, of course, we hold the coronation here every single year, and everybody, the whole motu is invited to come along.
So what's up with Radio Tainui?
But our main aim is Te Reo Māori and promoting Māori programs and stuff like that.
Solid! Bro, can I talk to some of your listeners?
Absolutely. All right, brother. Well, we're going to open up the phone lines for just a little bit, my bro, and see if anybody's got any pad thai for you.
My bro. Why do you think your iwi's the best iwi?
Well, you know, Kumara doesn't really tell everybody how sweet they are.
Oh, he's pulling it.
We know how to look after people, bro. We can make birds, we can cook high, and we can sing songs, bro. That's what makes us massive, bro. That's what makes Tainui the meanest, bro.
You're making me shed a tear, my brother.
Straight up, bro, yeah.
Jimmy Jackson up in the studio with Radio Tainui, baby.
Too
Katy
much,
Perry.
brothers.
Too much, my man. He's Dark Horse. Juicy J.
There's no going back.
So, Tainui is all about the kingitanga, you know? They didn't like what the government was doing, getting shady and stuff back in the day, so they took it into their own hands. Around to this day, still to this day, kingitanga is still around, and they have a marae that is open for everybody. You know, Samoan, like Fijian, Samoa, Fijoa, Fijian, it's a Fijian, Indian, Asian, you know? It's welcome for you. So come. Too much Tainui and too much Patiro. Che.
Hey, Pātara, I might give you a crack there, cuz Waikato taniwhārau, he piko he taniwha, he piko he taniwha. Waikato of 100 taniwha, every bend in the river a taniwha, and of course that whakatauki taniwha referring to the many chiefs up and down the Waikato River. Jimmy Jackson there meeting one of Tainui's young chiefs, Pātara Berryman. Thanks for looking after our young Kazi brother, and looks like you two had a crack-up time.
Speaking of young Kazis, oi, come over here, Bboy Savage. Get over here. He's fueling up with a bagel. He probably needs it after what he did before. Hey, tell me, what do you love most about battling, yeah?
For me, battling, what I love most is probably the adrenaline. You know, you're both trying to throw down your best moves and knock each other out. That's what I love about it.
Do you find it hard to stay focused with all that adrenaline pumping, or...?
Most of the time it helps me.
Yeah?
You know, like, listen to the music and hit the beat, yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, well, you got the skills, all right, cuz. And J-Rock, how has the B-boy, B-girl scene changed from, you know, back in the 80s to nowadays?
Well, it's like anything, everything evolves. At the end of the day, they just got better. They got better and they got better. We had power, they got power like Superman. So, yeah, for me, it's just better.
Well, you guys are going to be doing workshops as well at this event, so paying it forward, which is awesome. So get onto their Facebook event page, Boogie Kid Supremacy Aotearoa, to learn more about the event.
Now, changing tact here a bit, depression, anxiety, mental health issues, they can be hard to talk about, but it's Mental Health Awareness Week, and we're Skyping in George FM and Club DJ Aroha Harawira to highlight how we can lend a hand.
And stay with us, because I reckon I can convince J-Rock over here to give us a bit of an old school demo right here in the Tukaha Whare later on, yeah? Fuel you up, give you some Nurofen, we'll have like the Ambos on call maybe, yeah? Are you keen?
Yeah, I'm in down, definitely.
Yeah, stay with us, guys. See you soon.
You down with me?
Welcome back to the Tukaha Whare. Now, our pātai o te wiki this week was kai kino, kai pai. Junk food or healthy food? We've got some great answers coming in on our Facebook page. Tony says kai pai, and nothing beats fresh meals made from scratch.
Totally.
And Kokura says both. Balance is key, but most prefer kai pai. Congratulations, Kahukura. There you go. Double passes thanks to Hoyts.
And staying on the kai kaupapa, we also asked, what would you cook for your darling? Charlene Cross says she'd cook up a shepherd's pie. Yum. But I like this next recipe better. So the winner is Jodie Hohaya O'Sullivan, who would cook up chili garlic prawns for her darling. Well,
yeah, be my darling.
My Darling Lemon Time, signed by Emma Galloway, the author. This book is all yours, and you've got heaps of yummy recipes in there.
Awesome. Now, physical health is really important, but equally as important, if not more so, is mental health. Mental health issues are not always easy to talk about. Not everyone's so keen to jump into that kōrero, but it is our kaupapa for this week, as it is Mental Health Awareness Week.
Aroha Harawira creates the good time vibes in her club sets and on her radio show, The Grind, which happens daily on George FM, and she is all too aware with this week's kaupapa of mental health awareness. Tēnā koe Aroha!
Hey guys, nice to see you.
Good to see you too. Hey, thanks so much for talking to us this morning. Now, this is really an important kaupapa for you, being that you have been so open about your own struggles with depression and mental illness. Why do you think it is so hard for people to talk about this subject?
I think there's a lot of stigma around mental illness. So if you're going through something and you're thinking about what you're going through, sometimes you're like, oh, I don't want to talk to anyone about it because they'll think I'm crazy or they'll think I'm exaggerating. And it's really easy to just completely go into your own head and not want to talk to anyone about it.
But yeah, when you do actually talk to someone about it, it makes you feel so much better, and everyone's always willing to listen. But what do you do, you know, if you are having like a hard day, things feel a bit much, what do you do to turn that around, get yourself in the right positive frame of mind?
Usually the first thing I'll do is I'll kick myself out of bed, I'll chuck my headphones on and I'll go for a run. I find running has been like probably one of the most valuable tools for me for managing my depression and my anxiety. And when you're running, you've got music in your head, you're really not thinking about much except for maybe that music and just getting from A to B. So by the time you get home, you're like, okay, cool. I've had that time to just take myself away from my issues, and now I can sit down and rationally think things through.
Yeah, awesome. And what advice would you give to someone who is supporting a friend or a family member who might be struggling with some of these issues?
I think the most important thing is to listen. It's really easy as friends, you know, we just want to give our opinions all the time, but you're not necessarily going to help that person just by throwing all your opinions at them without properly listening. Really think about what they're saying, and if you don't think you have the answers, you can help them by pointing them in the direction of places like Live More Awesome. That's a really amazing website. They've got so much good advice on there. And Youthline is another great place. You can call Youthline. You can go to their website, youthline.co.nz. If you don't have anyone to talk to, they're with you 24 hours a day as well, and they're awesome.
Yeah, and also another one is thelowdown.co.nz.
Yeah, totally.
And I understand you've put together a Good Vibes playlist for us, Feel Good Music. How did the tracks on that playlist make the cut?
Well, there's lots of different types of music in there. There's some hip hop, there's some reggae, there's like there's my favourite band in there, which is Queens of the Stone Age. It's a really angry song, but sometimes I find like just going aggression out really helps me when I'm feeling a bit stink about things. So yeah.
Fantastic. So, well, thank you so much for talking to us this morning, and I hope you have a fantastic, uplifting weekend.
Yeah, you too,
Thanks,
guys.
Aroha.
Bye. Ka kite.
And if you want to listen to Aroha's Feel Good playlist, the track list and the Spotify playlist link are on our website, tukaha.tv.
Now, music is so important in making you feel good and getting you into the zone. Boys, do you guys have a song from your playlist that gets you there or just gets you ready to move?
Yeah, for me, Justin Bieber's new track, What Do You Mean?
What do you mean?
Yeah,
be honest, are you a believer?
Oh, I'm not a believer, but I like that one.
What about you, J-Rock?
I like an old school thing called Listen to the Perfect Beat by Afrika Bambaataa.
Yeah?
All these decades, I love it.
Yeah, it just speaks to you?
Yeah, still with it.
Oh, awesome, awesome. Well, if you guys want to catch some good vibes, you're going to check out some workshops or some B-boy action, get along to Boogie Kids Supremacy next Saturday in Henderson, Auckland. Check it out, guys.
Now, before we go, got to announce the winner of this mighty purse with built-in phone charger, power on the go, ladies. However, a dude has won this prize. Lewis Gigi Robin, who had the all you had to do was tell us your funniest phone failure story. And the bro says, I was on the phone with my GF and then I was bussing to go toilet. I went, put the phone on mute, and while I was in the toilet, he dropped it in there, couldn't reply to his girlfriend for days, lol, then got dumped.
Well, you made a
she
wrong
doesn't
choice,
get this
babe,
anymore.
you're not going to get it.
But you do have a girl's purse. It's really nice fun, though.
Congratulations. Well, guys, have a fantastic weekend. I want to say thank you so much to our in-studio guests for showcasing their skills. Good luck for the event next week. There's nothing much more to do but just say, can you guys see us out?
Bust out some more music, Kazi.
Turn the music up and show us your skills. Ka kite anō.
Next week, we talk about Māori superheroes with Maui Studios.
Kayaker Kayla Imrie talks preparation for the Rio Olympics.
And my nutritionist, Amanda Fobister, is in studio to cook an affordable power feed. Yum!